Are you exhausted trying to manage the imposter syndrome that roars and shouts about how fraudulent you are, that roars at you every time that you go to try and present yourself to your community? And it speaks about how you really don't know what you're talking about. That if they really knew you, if they really knew how you felt inside, if you really knew how you thought, if they really knew the emotional patterns that were at play inside you, then they would know that you have no place to be doing this work. Because that's the language of imposter syndrome for therapists and coaches and counselors, isn't it? That's the language that speaks about our lack. It speaks about our not enoughness. It speaks about that we really have no place here. And are you finished managing that? Are you at the end of your tether with it? Have you tried everything? I mean, have you tried all the mindset techniques around it? Have you tried all the leadership skills around it? Have you tried all the meditation? Have you tried all the self-belief and self-love stuff? Because that's often what happens, isn't it? That we have these emotional patterns that are repetitive, and that what happens is that all of the techniques can't take them away, and we end up exhausting ourselves. And so if you're in that place, if you're honestly, genuinely in that place where you're ready to look at something different, you're ready to think about it differently, you're ready to view it from a different place, then this 3-minute video will be the beginning of that journey. Because what I understand about imposter syndrome is that it is often just the product of something. Let me explain that a wee minute. The product of an other problem that we're not actually accessing. So I'm introducing the idea that imposter syndrome is the product, is the secondary pain of a primary pain. So my name is Shauna Quigley, and I'm the founder of a method called the Clear Method, which is exactly that. It is primary pain, root caused focused therapy. And what I have seen time and time again is that imposter syndrome is actually just secondary pain that we try to fix in these ways that are unuseful, unhelpful. And then when we try to fix imposter syndrome in these ways, it actually feeds imposter syndrome. It actually feeds back in on itself. And so what I have for you is I have a simple test for you to take so that you know if this imposter syndrome that you've been so brilliantly trying to heal is actually secondary pain. And if it is, what is the primary pain driving it? What is actually driving your imposter syndrome, or what is creating your imposter syndrome? What's the source of it? What's the root causes of it? And when you can get to those root causes, then you can have a healing plan. Then you have a fighting chance. Then you don't have to keep in the cycle of imposter syndrome, trying to heal something in you that's not healable, that's not working, and then presenting yourself to your beautiful communities, to the people that you're serving so well, presenting yourself to them with that nagging self-doubt that keeps you going on a continuous loop. So I invite you, use the buttons below, take the test, find out if there is something sitting right behind your imposter syndrome. Get to the bottom of it, get it healed once and for all, so that you can serve the people you are serving with that energy and commitment that's in your body already. See you on the other side.